Hello everybody, this is Kysen here, and today we are doing something I'm incredibly excited to do, which is my 5,000 subscribers special. I cannot believe I've got 5,000 subscribers. It is incredible. Thank you all so much. And what better place to do the intro to this video than in what is a very historic spot for me. This right here is where I started my first ever video on YouTube. Now, if you haven't seen it or if you want to revisit, I'm going to put a link up above right now, be up in the top right corner of your screen. Click on that to go see where it all started, guys, and have a little look. I watched it myself before starting this, and my goodness, how things have changed. My voice is so different, my skin is different. Some of you will know I started out as Fry from Futurama. So yeah, things are very different now. Behind me, none of this was done when I started. So that's the stables there that I built, and over there we've got the poppy farm. Oh, not a farm, just poppy memorial. For the war veterans who gave their lives. That was actually my first ever sponsored video. So my first ever video started right here, as did my first ever sponsored video, and now we're here for 5,000 subscribers, which is insane. In the back there as well, you can kind of see the outline of the Iron Titan that I built at spawn. That's just over that way. So I mean, this is just such a crazy spot. I mean, in fact, on this world, before I start recording, because some of you know I started recording after I'd already done stuff on the world. Again, if you want to watch that video, you can see that. I'll put the link in the description as well if you want to see it. But basically, my first project on the world was to actually put a fence around this village and protect this village and get all torches and stuff down. So this right here is just as historic as it gets for me. This is such a monumental spot in my Let's Play world, being stood here like this. And in fact, you'll see here there's some names on these buildings behind me here. If I go back a bit, that's It's Sam for the win, for example. Back in those days, when people subscribed to me, I didn't get very many. So I named buildings in my town after them and buildings in the village after them, that sort of thing. Then it was mining tunnels when I started getting more. And now, unfortunately, I'm not able to do that because I get so many. But that's obviously a great thing in and of itself. So guys, this video, I'm answering questions that you asked me on the video I put out on YouTube and also in Discord. So thank you very much to everyone who submitted a question. There's some quite interesting questions. This is a long video, but the good news is it's only one you have to listen to, so you can just kind of listen to it in the background. I'm going to put an overlay, I'll overlay me speaking and answering the questions, I should say, onto a Splash minigames that I did. Splash is the new server I'm part of course, playing on there. If you guys want to join, IP will be down in the description as well. Highly recommend it. It's a very fun server. If you're not on there yet, it'd be great to see you on there. I'd also like to take this opportunity before we get into the video to just say such a huge thank you to everybody who has so much as watched one of my videos. You know, just by watching, you support my channel, and I really just can't thank you enough. My channel has grown more than I ever expected, and I'm very humbled to be in a position here with 5,000 subscribers doing this video. 2 years ago, when I started my channel, if you told me I'd be doing this, I wouldn't have believed you. And although my growth isn't crazy or anything, I get that. But to me, it's a lot more than I expected. And I'm really thank you a lot. In particular, people who have donated their hard-earned cash to this channel. Just thank you all so much. You know, it's fantastic that you've done that. It really is. It's so appreciated. As you'll know, I do put all my money back into my channel. I don't profit from it because I've got a job. I don't need to, and I try and have cool things like Kysen Craft and get new equipment so that you guys hopefully get better videos and that sort of thing. But it is, it's just so appreciated, and I just want to take the opportunity of this video, at the start of this video, to say a huge thank you to all of you. Now, I believe I've answered every single question, so if you ask me a question, it will be in there. Of course, it is a long video, so you might have a bit of a wait if you're towards the end. But without making it too much longer, let's jump into the video right now, and I will answer each and every one of those questions. Okay, so the first question comes from Yellow Cake, and he says, how did you get 5K this fast? This is a question that I've been asked quite a lot. How did I grow this fast? Or, tips for your channel on YouTube, that sort of thing. My growth is by no means extraordinary. It is very good. I'm certainly very happy with it, particularly for the type of channel I have. But there's channels that have grown faster than me. But my advice, I guess, is to look at how you can add value in your channel. And really, the ways of adding value, you can be the newest sort of person to do something, almost like being the first person to do something. You can be the best at doing something. So if you're making, say, redstone tutorials and you know things that nobody else knows, then that can be, pretty good. If you're very unique, so whatever you do, nobody else out there's doing it, that can be great. If you can challenge people who are watching it. You can challenge them to think, or challenge them to do things that they engage with. That can be great for building a bit of a community. And also you can do it through teaching people, really have an educational value to your videos. And that's really where mine has been. My tutorials do amazing on my channel compared to the rest of my content. Really one of the reasons I've grown this fast is down to one single video. I've got a couple hundred videos on my channel, and yet I think 20% of my growth, so about 1,000 subscribers, came from one video, and that was the Breaking Bedrock video, which is approaching 500,000 views, which, if you've been to my channel, I've got a few that are around 100k or more, but 500k is still a huge outlier. And that was because of the educational value in there. It was a short video that teaches you how to break bedrock. It does what it says. And so I think, if you can do that on a regular basis, which I try to do, I'm sure I fall short of that quite a lot, but I do try, then that's probably the best way to grow your channel if you're looking to do that. If you want to look more seriously at growing your channel, just on a side note, join my Discord. It's down in the description. I'm always happy to help people out and take a look at your channel and that sort of thing. Okay, next up is Leland II, who says, what is the plan for a subscriber server? So I do a server for people who donate to me, and again, thank you very much to them. I always want to take an opportunity to thank them when I get the chance, because it is greatly appreciated, anyone who donates to me. It's crazy kind, and I really can't thank you enough. But one of the ways I try to thank you is to have a server running. We have the Kysen Craft server, which is about to start Season 6. So it's been going for a while now, and I'm very pleased with it. It's a great community on there. Again, if you join my Discord in the description, if you're interested in that. I do giveaways and stuff as well. It's not just for people who donate. In fact, there's far more people on there who don't donate, because I do a lot of giveaways. I just try and make sure the server doesn't lag by having too many people, but we achieve that. So the plan for it, though, to answer that question, is that it will be starting on January the 1st. That is my plan, to get the new one up and running, get all the plugins installed, that sort of thing, and have that going for January 1st. We'll start the new year with a new Kysen Craft, and I think that'll be quite fun. Okay, next we have an affinity member. It's Suki Aldre, who says, which video did you have the most fun making, and why? The one that immediately jumped to mind with this was the recording I did with False Symmetry. We did a video together, we played some mini games, and that was just awesome to have a video like that with a hermit. It was a pretty incredible experience, and it was good fun. We won a battle, so that was cool. If you're interested, obviously you can find that on my channel, but that was definitely a video that I really enjoyed. However, others that are notable mentions in that list would be the video where I made the Iron Titan in my survival single player world. It was a huge project to do, particularly in vanilla Minecraft, without creative mode, without fly, that sort of thing. And so it was, making the video, was great, but it was all the work behind it that went into that I really enjoyed. The sort of looking back and thinking, oh, I've done that, that was pretty cool. So that one definitely comes to mind. And also something I'm probably more proud of than that was my potion room video, which was also in my survival world. But I did the redstone from that, from scratch. I used an Etho hopper clock, which obviously isn't my design, but beyond that, everything was me. I came up with all the timings and all the systems, that sort of thing, without watching tutorials on how to do it and that sort of thing, and I was quite proud of that, and I'm quite glad to have that in my survival world. So those would be the ones that would make the list. Okay, next we have Zeus, who says, why did you start your channel? Again, been asked this quite a lot. I started it because it was something I thought I would really enjoy doing. That's pretty much my approach to life, is I try and do things that I enjoy doing as much as possible. And yeah, I was watching a lot of Etho at the time. Some of you will know this, that he sort of inspired me in the early days there to start a channel. And I really liked everything about his style and the way he did things. He wasn't one of the YouTubers who's very sort of in-your-face, obnoxious type of YouTubers that seem to be very popular and do very well. But he still did very well without being like that, which I kind of admired that. And I also just thought his single-player world was just so incredibly impressive and something to really aspire to sort of push the game to the limits. I've been a gamer like my entire life, and I've played Minecraft for a long time. And the idea of really pushing games to the limit and exploring, what you can do with them, thinking outside the box a bit, really appealed to me. So I thought if I had a channel showing videos of doing this, it could be a way of building a bit of a community, meeting like-minded people who are interested in this sort of thing. And also just something that potentially, one day, if I was able to do that as a career, if you like, would be just insane. It would be absolutely living my dream to do that. And I thought, well, if I don't start, I'll never know. So I started it, gave it a go, and it's the best thing I've ever done because I have met so many incredible people, and 99% of the time, people on YouTube with their comments and things like that are so incredibly nice, and there's been such positive feedback that it's really opened my mind and opened my world, and it has changed my life, as cliched and whatever as that may sound. It really has made a huge difference to me in my life personally, and I'm so glad I did it. So if you're out there and you're thinking, should I do it, should I not do it, I highly recommend you do it. Be prepared that it's not going to be easy. You're not going to get loads of subscribers straight away. You're going to, maybe have people not be nice to you all the time. I've had a few, dodgy comments and that sort of thing, but for me, I guess I got lucky because overwhelmingly it's been positive, and I would recommend it to anyone thinking about it. Okay, so next we have Betanan, who says, why did you start the Kysen Craft server? I sort of touched on this before. It was really just something I was thinking of as a way of thanking people who wanted to donate to me, and also expanding out on that idea of building a community and having a place where I could play with people who enjoyed my channel and enjoyed what I did, and we could, basically discuss ideas and try things out that are all Minecraft related. And again, I'm really glad I did that. The Kysen Craft community has been fantastic. There's people that have been there from the start, there's people that have come and gone and they come back again and that kind of thing. And all of them, it's just been great to meet them all. I've met some really awesome people, so I'm really glad that I did that. But that was why I did it. Next up, we have Aethanator, who says, what are your thoughts for 1.15 and 1.16? Also, what do you think Minecraft needs to be better? The 1.15 and 16 updates, yeah, they look good. I think honey blocks in particular could be really good for redstone stuff, which I've been getting so much into over the last couple of years. So yeah, to have those in the game, working with slime blocks, you only have to look at some of the stuff that Mumbo's been doing with that to realise this could be huge. It could be very big in terms of what you can do, and it changes the game with the redstone aspect, which I always think is good. If they can do anything where it allows for more things to be done with redstone, I just think that's great. I love that. 1.16, obviously they're talking about the Nether, sort of revamping the Nether there and doing some new things with that. Why not? I mean, look, I've played this game for a long time, and way back to when food didn't stack and you couldn't sprint and there was no enchanting and all this kind of stuff. So I've seen it change like a heck of a lot in that time. I think one of the best things about updates is it keeps the game fresh and keeps interest in the game. Which for someone like me, who makes videos about the game, the more interest there is in it, the better, of course. So yeah, I think the updates are a good thing. In terms of what it needs to be better, it's hard to say. I mean, I've played a lot of modded Minecraft, so I could list a lot of mods that'd be really cool to have. I mean, things that come to mind immediately are things like Chisel and Chisel and Bits, which are two mods that allow for all these different blocks and builds and things like that to make things look a bit, better really. And even things like having furniture in the game would be cool for your builds and that sort of thing. But at the same time, one of the things that's great about Minecraft, I think, is if you want to make a table, there's not just a block you place down that looks like a table. You have to get a bit creative. You have to use other blocks to make it. And I think that's all part of it. If you make it too easy to do those things, maybe it'll detract from the game. I don't know. On the one hand, I could list things that I think would be good, but I think a lot of them are probably just more suited to modded Minecraft. I don't know. I suppose having some sort of mobs in the ocean could be a good thing. Doing more with the water. Obviously, they did the big aquatic update, and that was fantastic. But if you had maybe sharks in the ocean or jellyfish or things like that, that could be kind of cool. And maybe more types of boats you could make or that sort of thing. But really, I like the game the way it is, and when they do these updates, I'm never really disappointed by them. So, I think that's cool. The only other thing I would say is to have a dimension that was like an outer space dimension. I just think that would be really cool. So if you could maybe go to the moon, maybe a moon dimension, for example, where there is like there's lower gravity and there's moon monsters, and maybe you have to take oxygen tanks and that kind of thing. I think that could be really cool. Obviously, again, I'm touching on stuff here that's been done in modded Minecraft. But I do think that'd be really cool. I've thought that for a long time. We've got the Nether, we've got the End. To have the Moon dimension, I think that could be cool. And maybe they'll have that one day. How you get there and stuff, I don't know. Maybe some sort of difficult portal, but I'm going way into more detail. Basically, I think the updates will be great. And in terms of what it needs to be better, I think just updates. As long as they keep updating the game, I think it will keep improving. So hopefully that will be the case. Next up, we've got Aradorian, which I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, which I feel like I am. who says, your thoughts on a cave update, a lights update, or mob spawning mechanics update? Okay, let's have a little look at this. So cave update, yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, if they made caves a bit more cavey, definitely, I think there could be some cool things with that. Again, going back to modded, you see different cave structures and things like that in modded, and some of them are really cool to look at, and make a little base in, or a little house in, or whatever. So I think it could be cool if it was done right. They haven't updated mine shafts in a long time. Basically since they come out, I think they've just kind of left them alone. And I wonder if they could maybe do something more with that. So maybe they could tie that in. But yeah, it could be good. A lights update. One thing actually, going back to Athena's question about making Minecraft better, is what I'd really like to see would be more lighting options. Basically you've got the lanterns that came in recently, of course, and they are fantastic, but they are more old-timey. And if you're doing a modern build, which I tend to do a lot more modern stuff, I think you're looking at sea lanterns, you're looking at redstone lamps. The difficulty of redstone lamps is that they have to be powered, so it doesn't always work well in confined spaces. Beyond that, things like glowstone, I don't particularly love the texture of glowstone for lighting, particularly in a modern sense. Even when you do the trapdoors thing on it to try and make it look like it's a bit of a light. Yeah, I don't know. I think, if there were more lighting blocks, that would be a really cool thing. Different coloured lights would be good. You got the 16 colours of wall and concrete and stuff. You could have 16 colours of lights like that, that were just on a single block that didn't have to be powered. I think that would be amazing. Even if they had to be powered, it'd still be amazing. But if they didn't, that'd be incredible. So I'd definitely like to see more lights. In terms of mob spawning mechanics, the thing with that is I know that behind the scenes, Mojang and the Minecraft developers and things, they will put in a hell of a lot of work into the mathematics of mob spawning, not just in terms of, what works in terms of making the game as playable as possible, so it's not OP, but it's also not too difficult and that sort of thing. But they'll also put a lot of work into, like, the servers are a massive thing in Minecraft, making sure they don't lag, and the mob spawn is sort of correct for that. Obviously, you can tweak it, you can edit the files and stuff yourself, but they like to try and set it up correct from the default. So I think, in terms of a mob spawning mechanics update, I don't know. I don't think it needs to be done. I think it's okay. I mean, people talk about these crazy big mob farms, things like that they make, and first of all, if you're playing in survival, you just don't need it, because you're going to end up with way more mob drops than you need just from quite a simple mob farm. If you're playing on a server where you make your money through selling, mob items, mob drops, then I get it. You want as many as possible. But at the same time, the game's not supposed to be too easy, So I think the mechanics are probably fine as they are right now. And I guess we'll see how we go with that. All right, next up, we've got Mr. Breaker. And he says, why did you do what you did, cheeky face? Or better yet, did you find Patrick? So, why I did what I did, I mean, we could sit here forever, because I don't know, I've done a lot of things. But in terms of did I find Patrick, that's a bit of an in-joke. And you know what, I'm not even going to explain it to people. I'm just going to let the people who know what that means enjoy that one. All I can say is Patrick has not been found to date. I'm searching every server in the world, he's just not there. Maybe one day he'll appear in a Kysen craft. I think that could be cool. But no, I have not found Patrick yet, Mr. Breaker. Alright, next up we're back to Aradorian, sorry, but that person, who's, this time they say, when is live streaming arriving to us lowly plebs? Some of us are intrigued. So yeah, live streaming, again, I get asked this quite a lot. I would love to be able to live stream. My internet is absolutely terrible. When I upload a 20-minute video, I have to upload it while I'm sleeping at night, and it's done a couple of hours before I wake up. So it literally takes 4 to 6 hours for me to upload a 20 to 30-minute video. That's how bad my internet is. Now, that being said, in a few weeks' time, I'm going traveling, and I'm going to be traveling for an extended period of time. My videos are still happening, don't worry. I've got a laptop and stuff all set up. I'm geared up and ready to go to do this recording on the road, so that's not an issue. And in most places I go, my internet's going to be a lot better than it is here, because it couldn't really be worse. I'm on terrible Australian internet. So I will live stream as soon as I can. I mean, when I'm doing these big build projects, I'm spending hours building them. I'd love to be able to live stream that and discuss ideas with you guys while I'm doing it, and also just kind of get some content out there. Because sometimes, I can do a video that takes me 10 minutes, and I can do another video that might take me hours and hours and hours of work off cam. Just to get that video done, which if that work was being done on cam in a streaming capacity, I would love to do that. So I will stream whenever I can, is my answer to you. So next up, we have Saram Taco Jesus, who says, Bedrock or Java? that is an easy one, Java. For me, it's just the best. To be fair, I've spent vastly more time playing Java than any other form. I have tried Minecraft on Xbox, I've tried Pocket Edition, and Bedrock and stuff. To me, Java's the one. It just seems to work better, and I much prefer it. So I'm definitely going Java for that one. All right, next we've got another Affinity member, Lady Laughs, and Lady says, "Where did the name Kysen come from?" Now, I've actually realised that I have spoken a little bit about this before, but I never really gave the full story. And so today, guys, you're getting the full story. This is, like a full 5K special behind-the-scenes thing going on here. So, the name Kysen. There is a Japanese principle, philosophy, whatever you want to call it, called Kysen, which is Kaizen. And I first learned about that at school when I was doing business studies and economics, and we were taught about this principle of Kysen. And what it means is continuous improvement. So you're never seeking perfection as such. You're just seeking to keep improving each and every day in that sense in your business. But of course, it transcends to other ideas, to do that with your fitness or your health or your relationships or your finances, whatever it is, continuous improvement. So I thought, well, that's a really cool idea for my YouTube channel, because I knew that I was not going to be great at first, and that I would have to build my channel and hopefully get better at it, and also get better at Minecraft, really. I'm always aspiring to do better and learn more about redstone, that sort of thing. So I thought, yeah, Kaizen's a great sort of concept. The name was, I'm trying to remember now, maybe the IGN was taken for in Minecraft or something like that. And what I wanted to have my channel name, my Minecraft username, my Instagram name, all that sort of stuff. I wanted it all as close as possible. So that, my YouTube channel is just called Kysen, my name in game is Kysen, so it was all sort of almost like branding, it's just me with my business head on, taking things a bit too seriously, I guess, but that's kind of what I wanted. So because Kysen with an AIZEN was taken, I looked at alternative spellings, and KYSEN was a free username, as in no one had it yet, so I was like, okay, we got a thing here, let's do that. And it kind of went from there, and I like the idea of having that as the continuous improvement sort of thing. The fact that it has KYS in it, of the gaming term, kill yourself, was an oversight. If I'd thought about that at the beginning, I may have changed it. Obviously, my name has nothing to do with that. I'm not sort of including that on purpose. There's been some times I've done screenshots on my Instagram, that sort of thing, and the last couple of letters of my name has been cut out, and there's been some funny sort of Instagram posts and things I've done about that where I haven't realised that I've just got these 3 big letters KYS up there. But yeah, it's nothing to do with that. It's all about this idea. So that's where it came from. I also thought it was kind of catchy and hopefully a little bit memorable. So someone watched my video, and then later in the day they're like, "Oh, I really want to go back and see how that guy broke Bedrock. What was his name again?" Hopefully there'd be a chance he might remember. "Oh, Kysen, I'll search Kysen and find it." So there was a whole thought process that went into this. It wasn't just like a thing. There was a whole story behind it. Okay, next we have Vendit, who says, "Would you consider playing Hypixel Skyblock?" I've done a lot of Hypixel stuff in the past, and I've done Skyblock in the past, and really what I tend to do is try and combine what I enjoy with what does well on my channel. So if those two things are met, then I'll do it. If I really enjoy something and I'm not getting great views, I'll still do it. Classic examples are Tropico and Planet Zoo. Both of those series of mine do not get great views by any means, but I love both of those games. I want to do them, so I do them. In terms of Skyblock, I never loved Skyblock. I thought it was okay, and the views were pretty crap. So the fact that I didn't love it and that it was not great views, I was like, meh, not that bothered about doing it. So yeah, I'll potentially revisit a Skyblock one day, but haven't done it recently and it didn't go that well. I'm probably just going to leave it. Next up, I'm going to move over to my YouTube video that I did, where there's been a lot of comments put on there. First of all, looking here, Sasha Fritsch, who asks me, will there be more Windcraft episodes? The answer is there absolutely should be, because it's done, I think I did 2 and they went really great for my channel. Why I've not done more, I don't know. It's stupid. I should have, but I don't know what to tell you. I guess, I just got into other things and kind of forgot about it, and, there we go. But yeah, absolutely, I should do more of those, and I'm going to try to get into it. I'm just kind of busy at the moment with other servers and things going on. But I do apologise because I know it was really popular and I should have done more. I do sort of feel bad for that, so I'll try to do more. Okay, next we have Storkad. Storkad? Yeah, I think it's Storkad. Who's put a long question in. This is the question. What were you doing before YouTube? What inspired you to start recording? Do you have other games you're planning to upload onto your channel in the future? How do you feel regarding the strategy, following the trend of making videos about things that will get most views on? And lastly, do you believe there is a certain line that can be drawn between recording videos on things you enjoy and also will get most views simultaneously, or do they have to be mutually exclusive? I'm interested to hear your take on this. Also, congrats on 5K, man. Whew, okay, big question. Well, several questions. So I'm going to try and go through all of them for you. So first of all, what inspired me to start recording videos? I kind of talked about that. What was I doing before YouTube? What I'm doing now, which is my job. I work in a family business that we have. So yeah, I'm still doing that. Obviously, YouTube is very far from paying my bills, which is fine. But yeah, so that's that. Other games I'm planning to upload to my channel, definitely. I think it's a smart thing to do from a YouTube channel growth sense, because who knows, maybe I'll do, Tropico 7 when that comes out, and it will just do really well for my channel or something like that, and get lots of subscribers. You see these channels who started doing like PUBG in the beginning or Fortnite or that sort of thing, and within 12 months they get 100,000 subscribers and they're suddenly a professional YouTuber. So definitely I'm going to keep doing new games from that perspective, but also from the perspective of I just enjoy games. Obviously that's why I do this, right? So when new games come out, I definitely want to try them out and that sort of thing. And if I'm playing a game, I like to record it nowadays and get the footage out there to see what happens with that. The trend, following the trend and making videos about things get the most views on. Okay, so my philosophy with anything you do in life is if you're going to do something on a regular basis and spend a lot of time doing it, you should enjoy it. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, really, what's the point? If you're doing things just for money, which let's face it, on YouTube, unless you're getting, hundreds of thousands of views every video, you're not talking about a significant enough amount of money to really do it. Like if you want to do YouTube as a career to pay your bills, you're really doing it because you love the process of making videos and you love the games that you play. If I hated Minecraft, I wouldn't still be here now on video 300 or whatever this is, doing it because you've got to enjoy it to even get past that point of getting good views and that sort of thing. Having said that, of course, particularly if you do this full time, if you've left your job and you're now doing YouTube full time, if you're in that situation, of course you do have to do videos that are going to get views, because at the end of the day, that is what is paying your bills. I'm in a situation where I've got a job, so YouTube, I don't need it for my bills as such. I'm not making any money out of it. So at the moment, I do a lot of what I enjoy. But if I was relying on it for an income, there's going to be a trade-off. So it really depends on your individual circumstances. When you're starting out on YouTube, really, I think you just need to do what you enjoy. It's going to be a long process. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to get there anyway. So you just as well do what you enjoy, and hopefully other people enjoy it too, and will watch your channel and subscribe and that sort of thing, and you can grow that way. Is there a line between recording videos on things you enjoy and what will get the most views simultaneously, or do they have to be mutually exclusive? So I kind of spoke about that just a second ago. I don't think they need to be mutually exclusive. I think, you can hopefully love what you do. Having said that, there's always going to be things that you don't enjoy. There's always going to be the sort of grindy work, whatever that might be. Whether that's you love building in Minecraft, but you hate, I've got to go and mine for hours now to get all the resources. Or you might hate the video editing side of YouTube. It might not be something you particularly enjoy. You love the recording part, but not the sitting down and cutting videos and all that sort of stuff. So there could be, there's always going to be aspects of things you like and dislike. I think if you can get it to a stage, I mean, put it this way, if you like half of what you do, if you like what you do 50% of the time, then you're probably in the top 1% of people in the world. I mean, seriously, how many people enjoy their jobs? If you look at YouTube as a job. Now, if you look at YouTube as a hobby, completely different thing. If a hobby you do because you enjoy it and nothing else, you're not looking to profit from it necessarily, you just get into it because you love it. And I think that's the way to approach YouTube when you start out. If you start getting to a point where you are making lots of money out of it and you're doing it as your job and that sort of thing, then as I said, absolutely you have to factor in, okay, well, how much money is this video going to make me as opposed to if I do this video instead, because that's what's feeding you, right? That's what you're surviving on. So yeah, it really depends on your situation. But for small channels, if you're starting out, do what you love and be passionate about it, and hopefully other people will share in that passion. And thank you for congratulating me on 5k. I've had a great question here from Ed, actually, another Affinity guy, Ed the Aussie. He says, congratulations, Kysen, you deserve these subscribers. Thank you very much for that, Ed, appreciate that. And he says, what is the most challenging thing about moving country? So just quick aside here, so I did move from England to Australia just after I turned 18. So he's asking me what was the most difficult thing about that. It's one of those things, of course you're leaving behind. I mean, I came with my immediate family, so my parents and my younger brother, we all came as a family. So I was leaving behind extended family, aunts and uncles, that sort of thing, and a few friends. What made it a lot easier for me was the fact that I was going to be going off to university in England, and I was going to be traveling 7 hours away from where I lived and getting a new place up there, like uni accommodation up there, and doing that. So really, I was moving away from all my friends and family anyway. It was just, a bit further. Well, a lot further, of course. 7 hours away in England as opposed to 24 hours on the plane. That, I suppose that was difficult. I was worried about leaving behind the football culture as well, the soccer culture for you Americans. And Australians, actually, I should say. But yeah, I've always been a really keen footballer, played a lot of football, watched a lot of football, used to go up to watch Man United play, and I still love watching Match of the Day and Soccer AM, these sort of, it's silly things like that I was worried about leaving behind, because with the time difference, it can be harder to watch the football over here, and I wasn't sure like how big football was over here and that sort of thing. So it's really, I find it's the silly things that you miss and that were seeming to be a bit challenging at the time. But nothing was really that difficult. I was excited to move. I relished the opportunity, and I've always loved traveling. So I thought, well, that's a new chapter in my traveling life. I've done a lot of travel from England. I'll now be based in Australia. I can do a lot of travel from there. So yeah, I was pretty excited about doing it. There wasn't anything that was that difficult. I'm sorry there's not a bigger, better answer to that this was hugely difficult, to do this and do that. But no, it was a great time in my life. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed coming out here. And when I was 18 and 19, I'd first moved out here, I just felt like I was on one long holiday and I had an absolute ball of a time. So really nothing was that difficult. I just loved it. Alrighty, so next we've got Flafkas. I think that's, again, sorry if that's the wrong pronunciation, but the question is, what video games do you play other than Minecraft? And good luck with your channel. Thank you for that. I play a bit of Call of Duty. My brother and I play a lot of that together. We play a really old one, and the name escapes me right now, but it's the one with the map, the hijack map, the cruise ship one, It's got the map Drone, it's got Nuke. I know a lot of them have Nuketown, that's probably not help, but whatever that one is, we play a lot of that together. It is an older one, but we really like it, so we play it. I also play Rocket League, play FIFA, and I play games like where I go through periods of playing them, things like Tropico, Rome Total War takes me back to my childhood a bit. I used to really like that one. The Sims. Goodness, what else? Planet Zoo, obviously, I've been doing a lot of that recently. That's a really fun game. I'll play Age of Empires every now and again, but that'll be like a really one-off. I might play that like once a year or something. My brother and I might sit down and have a bit of a nostalgic gaming session and do that. Talking about nostalgic gaming, if I'm ever in a place and they've got Pac-Man or Space Invaders or Galaga or even a pinball machine, I don't know if you even count that as gaming, but to me growing up that was technically gaming. I'll do that for sure. I love all of those games. I'll play things like Mario Kart. I'll play Pokemon sometimes. I've got the old school Pokemons. I've got some of the newer ones as well that are on the Nintendo DS, I think it is, the handheld one. Not the latest one. I've got one that's kind of old, but I just still play on it sometimes when I'm traveling. You've got a few hours on a plane, can kill some time pretty quickly with that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Actually a bit of Town of Salem as well. I played a bit of that. That's pretty good. And then other than that, it's all the Minecraft, the modded Minecraft stuff that you guys see on my channel. Alright, so now we've got Telpo is God, who says, who inspired you, your pirate themed character and channel, which I really love. And also GG on 5k subs. Okay, well, we talked a bit about Etho inspiring me. Why I went for a pirate theme? To be honest, I thought just having some sort of theme would be a good idea. Some sort of character. I thought it would help with my videos, my content creation, that sort of thing. To have some sort of theme to it. Not just here I am doing Minecraft videos. I thought pirate could be fun. I think, I've always loved the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. and the rides in Disney for that matter. If you've ever done them, they're great fun. The Jack Sparrow character is just amazing, so funny and great to watch. And I thought it just could be fun, to build lots of pirates coves and things like that in Minecraft. As it happens, I've moved more into doing modern redstone stuff now, which is, I don't know how redstone fits with a pirate as such, and maybe this didn't work at all, but it does always give me a bit of an opportunity to go, okay, let's build a pirate ship, that'll be fun, and to do a bit of theming, that sort of thing. So I thought, if I had a theme, it'd be a good idea, and pirate just sort of came to mind, and I was like, yeah, I like that, let's do that. And it kind of went from there, really. Cranky Sid says, who's your favourite Minecraft YouTuber? This is a tough one. I think I have to say Etho. I really do. But the thing is, although I'll say him, I haven't watched one of his videos in months now. I sort of go through stages where I'll like binge watch him and catch up on all his Let's Play episodes, that sort of thing. And then I won't watch him for a while, and then I'll go back to it. It's a weird sort of thing. But then, I've got people like Chosen Architect for Modded. I find him really informative and helpful, and his channel's grown really well. Pleased to see that for him. And, so I like watching him. There's False Symmetry. I like watching her videos. Of course, I recorded a video with her. I mentioned that earlier, so that was, fantastic. Mumbo, obviously, is great with the redstone stuff. It's fun to watch him. And then there's people I'll watch that do a lot of tutorials and things. You got your obvious ones, like people like Il Mango, Wattles, these sorts of people. They do, some really helpful tutorials and give me ideas and that sort of thing. But there's also loads of other ones that, I'll watch from time to time. And their names actually escape me right now, but if I see one of their videos, I know it's them. It's that type of thing. So there's quite a lot that I enjoy watching. Obviously, I do watch a lot of Minecraft videos, so I've got a lot of YouTubers. But if I had to put a number one, it would be Etho. Okay, next we have Harvey King, who's a very organised person. They have given me 5 questions here, all numbered, which I appreciate that. Thank you, Harvey. Number 1, why did you start YouTube? I did already cover that, and I know this video is going to be quite long as it is, so I'm just going to skip over that one. That was mentioned earlier in the video. 2, why is your voice so nice? Well, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, thank you for the compliment. Really can't tell you for that one. I guess because I'm English. Us English, we have a good voice, right? we'll say that. Number 3, how old are you? I'm 28. So yeah. 4 is, if you could, would you apply to Hermitcraft? Yeah, definitely. I love watching Hermitcraft, and if I was offered, it would take me about a millisecond to say yes. I would love to be on there. I just think it would be fantastic to be with that type of community who are Minecraft YouTubers at the top of their game. I think it would teach me a lot about how to improve my channel, about getting better at Minecraft, and also just think it'd be tons of fun to be with people who are playing that regular and who are that creative to come up with all their different ideas and fun things they do on the server. It would be absolutely fantastic to be part of a community like that. So yeah, of course I would absolutely love to. If you know anyone, put in a good word. Number 5 is there any YouTubers you watch? Well, I just mentioned a few sort of Minecraft YouTubers that I liked. There's other YouTubers I enjoy watching as well. There's a guy called Simon Dan. I find his videos to be quite funny, quite entertaining. He's a very scientific sort of guy, and I'm quite scientific minded myself, so I think that's why I relate well to him. There's the Top 5 channel, which I watch, and it's interesting and kind of funny and stuff. They've got all different things on there. You got everything from top 5 storms was what I watched recently to top 5 ghosts caught on camera and murderous minds and just all kinds of things with top 5s. I've watched him for years now and watched his channel grow, so it's nice to be part of that community. I find his stuff very interesting, so yeah, I watch him a lot. Trying to think what other YouTubers I watch a lot of. See, a lot of what I watch on YouTube ends up being clips of things, because it's a lot of it's obviously Minecraft, and then there's these couple of channels I'm mentioning, but then beyond that, a lot of it is just little clips here and there, like funny clips and comedians and that sort of thing. So it's not like a YouTuber as such, it's more a type of video that I watch, which will be, say, a lot of comedy. There's an English show called QI. I watch a lot of that. I love that show. I think it's just funny and very educational as well, which is great. So yeah, I think those two would be the ones that I watch regularly, and then beyond that, it's sort of just clips. So Simply Urine Plays says, what is your favourite ice cream flavour? And I think it's really unfair that I only get to choose one, because I could choose about 100. All right, if we're talking Ben and Jerry's, I like the Tonight Dough, but I don't know if you count it as a flavour because it's kind of 6 or 7 flavours all in one. The Tonight Dough and the Fudge Brownie one, though, from Ben and Jerry's, they're very good. In general, chocolate ice cream, particularly dark chocolate ice cream, if you can get it, because it's quite rare that someone place will do just dark chocolate ice cream. That's awesome. Mint chocolate chips, pretty good. um, I like Neapolitan ice cream, which is the strawberry chocolate vanilla altogether. That's pretty awesome. I know it doesn't really count as one flavour, there, does it? I'm having a hard time to choose just one. I think we'll have to go dark chocolate. Anything dark chocolate's pretty good with me. We'll go with that. But there's really nothing in it between like 100 flavors. Next is number 5. It says, will I ever do a live stream on the Splash server? Definitely, if I can get good enough internet, I will do that. So when I'm traveling, if I get some good internet somewhere, I'll definitely do that. Got Young Aston up next, who says, are you a PewDiePie fan? So talking about YouTubers I watch and stuff, I am subscribed to PewDiePie. I'll watch his videos, again, not that frequently, maybe one every couple of months if it particularly catches my eye. I'm a huge fan of him for a different reason to what most people probably are. I'm a huge fan of his for the fact that he has, on his own, grown his channel to just ridiculous size, taking on huge companies that pump lots of money into YouTube to promote themselves and that sort of thing. I think that's pretty just incredible to see that one person could do that. I also, maybe I'm just being sold an ideal here, but I do feel like he really does just love what he does, and he's loved it from his videos. You see him when he's younger doing his gaming, that sort of thing. He's loved it like the whole way through, and I think it's good to see someone so passionate about what they do being so successful, and it's just been great to see him grow like that, basically. A lot of the stuff he says as well, he seems quite down to earth, quite a normal sort of person, whatever that is. And he's not into being one of these like crazy Jake Paul type of people. I know I probably just upset a lot of people by saying that. I mean, look, I'm not having a go at people like Jake Paul. Wait, is it Jake Paul? Whatever, those guys. You know what I'm on about. Those crazy YouTubers. I'm not against them as such. I get it. They're doing their thing and they've got an audience for their thing and all the rest of it. I just personally find that annoying to watch. Obviously, I'm probably in the minority because those channels do incredibly well. But someone who's a bit more down to earth and funny like PewDiePie, I think it's, for me personally, again, just a personal opinion, it's just more entertaining to watch. Yeah, I'm a fan of his, and but probably for different reasons to most of you who will like watching like his meme reviews and that sort of thing. It's more just what he's about and what he does. Young Aston also asked, do I like Hermitcraft, which I kind of already mentioned. I do very much like that. I watch a lot of that, and it's awesome. Okay, Cinder has 2 questions. She says, 1, do I like dinosaurs? And 2, can I post more? Okay, I'll start with the can I post more. I post as often as I can. I love doing it, and I make as many videos as I can. It just can be difficult. There's I've got my job and my life and all that sort of stuff. So, life just getting in the way of YouTube. You know how it is. But yeah, I do post as often as I can. And I guess I'll try to. I'll always try to post more because I'm Kysen, continuous improvement. There we go. And as far as dinosaurs go, yes, they're incredible. I mentioned just a minute ago, got a bit of a scientific mind, and that's true. And obviously dinosaurs, biology in general, I love, and dinosaurs, their whole existence is just fascinating. Funnily enough, I wasn't, a lot of kids get into dinosaurs when they're like 10, 11, 12. I didn't really do that. I didn't really get into science in general until I was a bit older, maybe 15 or 16. I started to really get into it and start reading books and that sort of thing on those sort of topics. Yeah, I love dinosaurs. I think they're amazing. People say that question, if you could go back in time to a point in history, where would you go? And to me, seeing the dinosaurs would probably be it. To be able to just sort of be there and observing them would be just incredible. I think they're really awesome. So yeah, definitely, yes, I do like dinosaurs. Alrighty guys, so this very long video is now coming to an end. I believe I've answered every question that was asked both in the Discord and on the YouTube video I posted. So hopefully I've answered your questions sufficiently and you like that. I obviously did this as my 5k special episode. I know it's been a little while coming. I do apologise for that. Just sort of got caught up with other things. I do want to take this opportunity to genuinely say thank you to every single person who has watched my videos, liked my videos, subscribed to me. It really does mean a lot. And to be on 5,000 subscribers is great. If I can keep my channel growing and get it to a point where I could do this full-time or semi-full-time, I'd be incredibly grateful of that. And without you guys, it just wouldn't happen. Also, really appreciate you submitting the questions to everyone who did that. There's some very thoughtful and insightful questions in there, which were, it's good. It's good to be able to make me think a little bit about answering the questions and have some questions like that in there. And also, hopefully, it's something that you guys enjoy to get a better idea, I guess, of who I am and my thoughts on certain things. Particularly shout outs to my patrons, of course. Anyone who's ever donated to me, you've supported this channel, and that is, I mean, I'm still baffled by the support that I've had. It still surprises me to this day, and it's a very pleasant surprise, and I really do thank you all. Of course, if you just so much as watch one of my videos, you are supporting my channel, and so thanks to you. If you're here watching this, then you've done your job, and I do really appreciate that. I always aspire to try and make my videos as good as I can and do as well as I can, and I try and do my best by you guys, and I really am humbled to be sat here doing a 5K video within a couple of years of starting my channel. I know that a lot of channels are growing a lot quicker than that. I get that, but for me, it was way above my expectations, and so I'm really humbled. I really thank you a lot, and I couldn't be happy with how it's gone. So guys, that's it. As I say, every question's been answered there. I think that's the end of this video. So guys, as you know, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.